All right, I am back in the suit again. I am not happy about it. It is like 80 degrees and high humidity today. Yes, inside the cabin isn't very hot, but the humidity mixed with everything else is just disgusting. I am going to put on my cap in just a second. I'm just giving myself some air. I mainly have the suit on just so the chemicals just don't get on me. Not that I feel that it's extra needed when it comes just to the skin. Yes, I'm still gonna wear the respirator in here in the future until I know all the mold is gone, but I'm not gonna worry so much about my skin. I know so many of you have written me saying that now that the moisture problem is gone, the fungus should die. I'm not taking a chance with it. It's my family, and I just would feel better using something I know that is scientifically proven to penetrate into the wood to kill any fungus spores that could be hiding in there. A lot of you have also suggested using vinegar. Vinegar in some of the studies doesn't actually penetrate into wood, I found out. So that is another reason I'm using a true fungicide that is rated to be able to take care of wood. So the first step is to make sure we didn't get anything up in the rafters. I'm gonna walk around and just inspect, make sure we don't have any bats or squirrels or who knows what. And then we'll start spraying. So from what I can tell, I'm not seeing any signs of life up above. I've done a quick walkthrough, but I'm just giving you guys a peek. Just so you can kind of look with me. I am not seeing anything alive. Thank goodness. So nothing in the rafters, nothing to the sides. Sides, my last name. Funny, huh? Oh, it never gets old. So, time to get spraying. Oh, hi, Scorpion. Okay. So this is definitely not what I expected to see in my rafters. What is that? That is some BS right there. Ah, you will die. Well, I can tell you, I am not telling the kids that there are scorpions in my house. They'll never come in here. Not that I think it'll kill you, but just in case, look around you. Okay, I know this is an outfit change. It is because somehow, granted, it's like my first time using the GoPro that I was using. It apparently stopped recording and I didn't notice. So I lost the footage of doing most of the room until I came across this one piece of wood that happened to be just placed up there. There was no structural need for it. And I noticed there was chalk on it. And I had been spraying it, so I stopped so I wouldn't ruin it. So we are going to take up where I started making a video with my phone so I could show you guys up close because the GoPro wasn't catching it just right. And, well, let's see what happens. Okay, so I was spraying and I came across this. Let's see if I can get the right angle. I see a 1902, maybe a 0, and I think I sprayed another number that may have been there. Can't quite tell, maybe a 6 with this, but it has old peg holes in it. It has no structural usage whatsoever. It is just up here. I wonder what it means. Anyone have a clue?
And for those of you wondering, no, we will not be leaving it up there. We will take it down. It will become part of the shadow box that I'm making from the wallpaper and the skulls and the rocks and all the different things that I'm finding up in the ceiling and throughout the cabin. So don't worry, it won't be forgotten. So I did stop right there to let it dry, and we are moving on to the middle room and doing the rafters up there so we can go back and see what that sign says.
Oh, hi, you're still alive. Oh, sorry, dude. Okay, the small room in the middle is done. Let's head back and see what that chalk is. Oh, but first, let me show you what I was apologizing for spraying. Do you see that? That is not a small spider. I think it is dead. But do you see the size of my iPhone compared to the spider? The spider is a quarter of my iPhone and it's half curled up. Yeah.
And again, apparently it cut off and I lost more footage. Yes, bit frustrating. I don't know why it did that, but you get the concept. I sprayed the ceiling. So I'm sorry to those that did want to see everything. Unfortunately, the camera footage is lost or never really was recorded.
Okay, let's see. So it looks like a 1902. Oh, maybe, COI? Hard to get it in the right reflection. Let me take a picture of it again. So I think that piece of wood has the date 1902 and 3 initials, like COI. Again, I haven't had a chance to really research the property, besides that the grants were given it in 1827. That's about as far as I know, that the grants lived on it for quite some time, and once the kids are back in school, then I can figure out the true genealogy of this house. But let's get this finished.
Man, the cobwebs were intense. They were like the fake decorations that people put up at Halloween. They were that thick and that visible because there was so much dust and funk in them. I am sweating to death. I'm so glad I've changed to shorts underneath this instead of the pants I had on earlier. Oh, my shirt is just, the whole thing is damp. Like, I need a shower. I probably look just horrific. My little head bandana is all slid back and no longer cute. It's all limp, I'm sure. Yes, I could have taken that off before starting, but you know. Look, my hands are pruny. Like I said, it was very humid. So yeah, it is done. Again, I know it's probably overkill, but for my feeling of safety in the house, my kids living in it, and knowing that there was that black mold that's extremely toxic, it gives me a peace of mind. So yes, I know it probably was overkill. Gives me happiness though. But you can bet your butt I'm going to be Googling how to keep scorpions out of cabins or houses. After seeing that one that went back into the wall, yes, I know we have scorpions. We figured that one out. I had yet to see a single trace inside the cabin until now, and now I'm a bit freaked out. I think one of the moms at gymnastics kind of jinxed me because she was telling me after seeing the video of scorpions, to put lavender around the house. That way it would keep them out from coming in. And unfortunately, I've had an allergic reaction to the essential oils of lavender. So I was like, I love the smell of lavender and it's really pretty, but is it worth it for me? It might be at this point. I mean, I'm already allergic to cats. What's one more allergen, right? So what do I foresee as the next step? Well, you may kind of be able to hear in the background, Jeremy is actually working on burying the culvert that we put together. So that's going to be a different video. I don't know if it's coming out before this video or after, but we are widening the driveway so we can eventually get the RV back out of here. Wouldn't that be nice? And maybe the UPS man won't freak out so much driving into our driveway, because he's here a lot with all the stuff for the cabin and all the stuff for exploring with Nug and the cat toy lady and Wrecked and Recovered, and we even occasionally get stuff for Adam Brown Adventures here. So it may be nice for him to not like be threading the needle trying to get into the driveway. So the true next step after Jeremy is done with that culvert is to work on the roof. So once we get everything cleared off the roof and see what we're working with, see what parts need to be replaced, we will lay down some tin. And then after the tin, we will go back in, and the daylight parts that you can see inside the cabin, we are going to seal those off. The current plan is to leave the open rafters and just build higher walls to separate the two rooms. The bathroom, open concept, is going to stay open concept for a while. It will become our bathroom with the tub. Oh, I can't wait for a bathtub again. I'm just saying, it's been over a year since I've been in a tub, and I am a bathtub girl. But, so, tub will be coming as a sooner than later part of it. So, open concept bathroom still, but it will have our closet on one part of it and the cat litter box area. Since we have 4 cats, we have a lot of litter boxes, and because we have a gigantor of a cat, we have to have at least a 30-inch litter box for each litter box. So that means some monster-sized litter boxes. If you're wondering why the giant ones, there's a whole thing on my channel of Cat Toy Lady if you want to go see that, about how to size litter boxes, because the standard ones that they sell in stores do not fit most adult cats. If you ask any cat behavioral expert there is, or veterinarian, just saying. But that again is for a different channel. And once we get the main part of the roof taken care of, we are going to look at if we can save the walls of the side rooms and just do the floor and the roof again, or if the whole thing needs to come down and be built back up in its same spot. We want to try to save as much as possible. 1, for cost. 2, for, well, cost because you have to get permits if you start bulldozing stuff and taking things off and replacing them. So doing smaller spots at a time kind of gets us around most permits, which is lucky for us. So if we can just fix the floor and fix the roof on those side rooms, that would be awesome. And then I also, there is a side roof that goes over the kitchen door that's been kind of falling down. I want to go ahead and tin that and save that. That way we can, like, if you look behind me here, see how that's boarded up? There are so many doors and windows that are boarded up here, and we have yet to take off the wood from them. And I think that would be a good step to start letting more light in and just give it that feel that we're actually accomplishing something. When you're just working on things that are up and kind of out of sight, it makes it feel like you're not getting enough done. Like, everything in me wants to go, and the parts that are already white or colored, like the teal and the green and stuff like that, and the baby blue that's in like the dining room area, repainting all that white. Just, even though some of those parts are going to be replaced, I just want it nice and clean looking. I want the mold covered up with the mold killing paint. You know, it's just those little fine tuning things that I can't wait to get to. So we have to get the big stuff out of the way. And I know I am talking super fast. It's just, there's so much in my mind because there's so much that needs to be done. We want to move in as soon as possible. We really need the room. After a year living in an RV, it's, you know, it feels like it's time to have a home again. When it comes to doing things like the chinking behind me, which is, chinking is this stuff right here in between the wood. We bought the chinking material that goes in between the gun to put it down, the trowels, all the goodness. I've done all the research of how to lay it down, but we want to be moved in sooner than later. So I'm thinking I kind of remove the chinking in one little line and redo it and just go like that while we're already living in it. We don't see any harm of living in it and still redoing it at the same time, as long as all the mold is out and we have a nice dry area. And we'll work on heating and air conditioning next too. So now that I have rambled on about so many things that are in my head of things that I can't wait to do, let's go on to the next video, and we will see you another day. And thank you for joining us on, well, me today, on Saving the Cabin. Bye guys.